Yes, I have. Just a slider until the computer is barely visible. Please enter the current time. Oh dear God, what is the current time? 9. There we go. Can't I just access that by my laptop? Okay. Alright, yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I'm playing Stanley Parable. But not just Stanley Parable. This is Stanley Parable the Dulux Edition. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Just knock it down to 30. There we go. Now we can hear things. Begin the game. The end is never the end is never the end is loading. The end is loading never. Alright. Let's see how this is different to the original. Fuck, maybe I should have recorded the original first. Probably. Oh well. Okay. Is it loading? Oh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, normal so far.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor
What a
on
great
his
job
desk,
that would be.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh yeah, seems like a fairly easy job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, why is the movements like slidey?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
Come on. Victory!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
Yes.
But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
Possibly.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Possibly.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay. So, well, I guess I'm done. Alright then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So everything's fairly normal so far. Okay. I hate Mondays. Yeah, it's fair. You know what, screw it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But should I? You know what, screw it, we'll follow that for now. I just kind of want to see if this is ever any different to the You can't jump.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker, let it ball up inside it. If you take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more, pull it up inside. So, to do, synergize core value expenditures, shift global market parade, monetize free-to-play. What? Everyone is unique, you most of all. Oh, it opens out, but...
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You have an achievement for it. That's why.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Huh, okay. So if you hold...
Maybe to you this is somehow its own
move forward by
branching
holding
path.
both clicks.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
If your friends find this concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Jesus.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Dead?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
They're actually... Be the game. Test achievement description replace... What? Quit the game and then start it again. Commitment. Play the game for an entire duration of a Tuesday. Well, it's not Tuesday, so I can't do that. 8. Click on the door for 4:35. This seems like it's just super go outside, don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. This is legit just... so it's the same game, just with a... Why did I spend 13 bucks on this? I don't know. Alright, fuck it.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Don't worry, I think I can.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stand here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And
why am I in the abyss? Okay, bye. What? Was that supposed to happen? I don't think I ever did that ending last time. Either that or it's been a long time since I played Stanley Parable, so...
all of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Yes.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5
Put
clicks.
some difficulty into it then.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
I'm still clicking.
Perhaps 50 clicks.
I'm
will do.
going!
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
God damn it, where's my auto clicker when I need it?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Right, what now?
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no
Yep.
matter what the cost.
What is it?
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, got it. The fuck is 417? There.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 43.
437. What the hell's 437? In here? 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. The audio's cutting out. Is that? I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Oh, lag. Why is the game lagging?
Now, back to door number 437.
What's going on in there?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yeah, the audio keeps cutting out. What the hell? Where the fuck is the copy machine? I actually... Oh, there.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, the audio's cutting... What the hell's going on?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419, that would be in... No, I don't know how to navigate. 419. 419. There. There. Got
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 41.
4-1.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Copy machine. Why does the audio keep bugging? What the hell's going on?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 4... Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you
I
thinking?
like working, I just hate my boss. Where are we going now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's over here, though.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
True that.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have 0 consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Everywhere.
Why,
Pretty much.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
Yes, victory.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
There's a ramp down there.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
That'd be
Skill
nice.
trees?
Ooh, definitely.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I made choices.
Tell you
That's
what,
what
let
I
me take
gave
a
you.
stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
option, cool.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the
So
game
much better.
benefited from allowing you more choices?
So much.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Is good.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
This is
Where
how-
do
this is
these
how-
flashes of inspiration come from?
What's down there?
How did
Oh, hey,
I
that's the
know
ramp.
the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
All right.
Let's take a look.
Oh. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. That seems a bit... Did you know that 21.3% of people skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of people choose the blue door. Stanley427 is online. You're objectively ranked to 9,328 out of 9,328. Why not ask some friends for help? Error of friends list empty. 98.9% of people are more attractive than Stanley. A dead rat is offline. This is your superior. How long does it take for you to choose the correct door? Okay, it's looping. I'm gonna go with the third door again.
Now, would you say that
What-
competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Yes.
Again, honest answers, please.
Yes.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh,
And
okay.
now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, where are we going now?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a
Okay.
very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I
Okay.
think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Am I doing
Be
this?
sure to keep notes on
Am
your
I doing this?
experience.
Am I this insane? God, you could not have picked more annoying sound effects for this game. God, Dear God, am I doing this? I don't know whether I want to or not. Do I have 4 hours worth of shit that I can do in the meantime? No, because it also... You know what? Death to the baby. Oh wow, you can let it really get far. How far can you let it get? You could just let it go into the fire and it's still... Oh my... You can actually let it start burning. Why?
You heartless bastard.
Yeah, well, what did you
Did
expect?
you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
The
Because if it's
first
the latter,
option.
well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Well, you already
I'm not even going to try.
You already
I'm out.
suggested
I'm
skill
out.
trees.
I'm done. It's over.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so
Is that a tree?
awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Yes.
Just to ease the pain.
Yes.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Just boot up Steam
Yes.
casually.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Why do these loading screens take so long? Are they, like... how... I mean, I guess it is loading a lot, I guess. But still, loading doesn't seem like it should take this long. Hello? Hello, game? Oh! This is
Aha!
Firewatch.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our
Oh.
backstory? What is our motivation?
Was this in the original? I don't think it
Well,
was.
it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Your
Perhaps
creep
for some
tower.
sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Jesus.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and
Oh my
see
god,
what
we're
else is
actually
out
going
there.
outside? Holy that made a Minecraft door sound effect. Guess the place to get down. How do I... Oh, there's the stairs. Oh, the gas cans? Oh my god.
Oh no. No, it can't.
Yes, it can be. Bye. I'm going this way. Oh wow, look at all the... Oh
It is.
god, it's lagging.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! No! Ah!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Damn it!
You really wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game, preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay, so they changed the different games that we have in this ending, because
Okay, I think this
it was
will
like
be just the
Minecraft
thing.
or something last time. What is it this time? What are we gonna get? I'm actually kind of interested now. Now that I know that there's a... Is this Rocket League?
Wonderful.
It is.
See, this is
Rocket
exactly what I
League.
had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Okay.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
This is game design.
Stanley,
Can't get
if you
lost.
manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm already lost. Where am I going?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
What's in this hole?
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind
Summon the
back
ball.
here. Is
Good.
this game sports ball?
Sports
Stanley,
ball.
I think it's sports ball.
Yeah, let's
oh,
play
what
sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
Yes.
Have fun.
Yeah! Oh, I'm getting faster. Why? Oh my...
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I don't know
Is
if
it
I
better
won.
than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
I am
Stanley,
so
I
fast.
have-
This is cool.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist. But if
Sportsologist?
one ball generates a certain
Oh,
amount
God.
of raw
Oh,
real
no.
pleasure,
I know
then
what he's
surely
going to do.
Multiple balls
Ah!
makes for an even more euphoric sports
Oh,
experience.
no, what's about to happen?
I'm going to try.
What's
now.
about to
Here
happen?
comes another ball.
Okay, there's two.
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
In the...
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
Oh, God.
I'm insatiable.
Alright, let's go get the second
More
ball.
balls.
Oh god, here it comes. Oh god, they're everywhere. Oh. Let's get them all over this side. We need to organize. Organize the chaos. They're everywhere. Oh good god,
Are
what
you
is
enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Are you having fun?
It's
Is this a
surprisingly
real
yes.
video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope
there.
you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, I'm
Your
sorry.
little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or
What's that?
boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your
Time
sense
to
of purpose.
slam
And
a
since you decided you
ship
didn't want to
Helby.
play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley.
Helby.
I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules.
Well, could you give me the
Somehow,
ball back
I don't
first?
think you'll enjoy it as much.
Could
but
you-
who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows
Can
best.
I get the ball back
Take
first?
care, Stanley.
No, wait, I want the ball back. Is this just the end? Is there... I still have the movement speed thing. I don't know what I'm doing. There's nothing to do. You took the only thing away to do, which was to push the ball. What is my life without the ball to push? Rocket League. Can I see out anywhere? I want to see what's in the hole. Oh, there's a hole!
Hold on. What are you doing?
Falling down a hole I didn't know existed. What the hell? Was that in both goals? Was there an option there? I don't know what just happened. I just fell down a hole. Where am I now? Oh god. What? Oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write
Filing.
a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, bye. Oh god, this is dark. Oh, I fell again. Oh. What the fuck is this? Hello? It's like a fucking horror movie set. What is... It's like wall panels missing. It's like fucking Prey. Oh, there's light over there. What the hell is that? God, I wish there was a zoom button or something. .427. Hey, that's my room. What the hell? Okay. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go back this way. Oh, okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Alright. Well, now I'm stuck in a black abyss. Oh, okay, there we go. So we're back to the beginning now? Loading. If it'll load. So that's cool. They changed up the games for the little thing there that you get to play around in. Because I don't remember what. I think yeah. The in the original it was Minecraft and Portal were the two games.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How close am I to getting this thing done? 3, I think? Where is it? Did it not spawn?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
Yeah, no, I can't. I also can't find a trace of this button prompt. Huh. Odd. Oh well.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What happens if I just mash buttons? Is there something around there? Oh,
Stanley
the
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Damn, I can't play the piano. Oh, I guess that's realistic then. What is this?
2845.
What if I never put it in? Is he just gonna get pissy and do it for me? Oh, cool, I can climb up on the couch. What was that? Oh, it's a tree.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I got the hell along with the story. Whoa, hello. Override. You just got the hell along with the story.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
If I just go back up. Nah.
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
God, it's like narrating a D&D session. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Where are you going? Alright. What is over here? Darkness. Oh, I can't go back down again. Good to know.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
No, it's not.
It's still just exactly what it is.
It's dark.
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
Jesus.
Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I swear that was the code, right? Why can it... Can I go back? I can go back down the elevator now. Do I want to, though? Is there something else I can do here? Link plus. I swear the original didn't lag. Then again, I was playing it on my PC. Then again, my PC was trash. But whatever. Screw it.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
He's getting so pissy at me. It's great. Alright. Where are we going to now? Loading. Alright, back at the bottom of the elevator.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Jesus. Alright. What is... Where oh my god, it's the boss's office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh! Please hold.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
What is happening? Jesus Christ.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Have you though?
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Yes.
A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
God, I love this game. Alright. Or maybe... Yes. Anything to say now? Nothing? Really? Okay. Has the narrator just given up? Oh,
You
no.
know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
Exactly.
But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating
idea what
and
it is.
having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Could it be the boss's
So I
office?
simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious.
I'm stuck
so
here now.
fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice
Oh,
and
God.
slow?
Ah.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
Oh, God.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story,
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
characters?
I
Why
understand
aren't
where
we
you're coming
given
from.
time to imagine the surprises? To have to
Yeah.
think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This
Where's the top?
is
Is this the top?
storytelling, Stanley. What you and I
Can I
are
hop off
doing
here?
right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
I
And
picked
it's
the
really
left
all
one.
because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
place?
I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative
Yeah, why would you
drivel
want to be a
all the
panda?
time, and we all
What
know
was
it.
that?
Which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not
Huh?
afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why,
That's a bad
though I
idea.
didn't know when to
Is it
spring this on you,
looping?
but, well, I've gathered a little press conference
It's
for
moving
you,
faster.
so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This
What
is
is
the
happening?
kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh,
What?
good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
All eyes on Stanley, life on stage. What the fuck? World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. What is happening? What's over here? An evening with World Peace Baby. World Peace? What the fuck?
Ah,
Stanley
yes,
Parable,
here it is,
Stanley
just through
Tonight,
this
live
door.
on stage. What does that say? The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from the Stanley Parable Tonight, live on stage. Nothing on that side. Stage door. A Q&A with the world's first sentient machine.
All
To
right,
stage.
are you
Welcome,
ready?
Stanley.
I've
Stanley
told them you're going to speak a little
Ryder.
bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Chair,
And what it
gun,
means to
table,
craft a
nut bar.
truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great.
thought you
Just
said
be
it.
yourself and speak from the heart. I'm
Jet,
really
your boss.
proud of you,
Story.
Stan.
Stanley,
Okay,
me, Dad.
it looks like they're ready for you.
Age
Go
6.
get 'em.
Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Love the way you ride elevators. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. What the hell is going on? Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Oh, hey, that's the ending thing, isn't it? I should probably go play the actual ending after this one. Up again, down again, the Stanley story. Jesus. What is that? I need to go read that. An audience with the dude who came up with pizza. What? Featuring keynote speaker The Lord meet and greet, okay. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. That's a blank poster. What the fuck? That is dark. Oh. Wow, okay. Holy crap. What if I go back? Oh. What is happening? Oh. What just happened? Loading. The end is loading. Oh. We're just done?
Just a step through this door, Stanley
What?
thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Okay. That's a different...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Why did I have different dialogue for a second there? Did I change something? New content! Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. Generally it means that you've updated the game. Which I hope... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I'm locked on this now. Bye, new content. Where am I being taken to? What is down that way? What is happening? Oh. Oh, okay. Doors. Lots of doors.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay, so it's not just the normal game.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Did I swear that door was not there before. Oh, we're on an elevator.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
What is happening? Where am I? How did I get here?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Oh.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them...
Tedious.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Wait.
All right.
Jump.
All
The
right,
jump
let's see
circle?
it's the jump circle?
Okay. This is a really weird jump mechanic. Like, I have very high gravity or something. Jumps remaining. The jump circle, what the hell? What's it gonna do when I run out? I've used up all my jumps. Haha, joke's on you, achievement. I was able to jump for 33 times and then I ran out. Can I?
Is that it?
I guess.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, let's go check down here. Another elevator. Oh, great.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Takes us back to the
Stanley,
normal
I
game. That
have
was
to
the end of
say,
the new content.
Initial
Oh.
impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Apparently.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
Oh, it was
Very
behind me.
good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Weird bridge. Oh.
That's it? Oh, you've got
Oh,
to
I'm
be
locked in
kidding
here.
me. You see, Stan? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make
Oh,
an
I'm stuck
easy
in here.
go. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievement, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
Oh.
What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm
Oh, yeah.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault,
Please.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me,
Am I going
why
to
don't we
get
just
the test
reset the
achievement
game,
from doing this?
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really
I'm
about.
stuck.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
I feel like the entirety of
What
this
do you
game is a
say,
gimmick.
friend?
Like, the whole thing of it is just, like, a gimmick of a play on storytelling. So, different, new, weird, what? Hello? What the fuck? Ah, the old office. Ah, the memories. Where am I? How the hell did I get here?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
But what's
I
up
want
there?
to show you
But
something.
what's up there? I want to see what's up here first. Oh, there's a door! Oh, I have to make a decision. Fine, I'll go in the vent. I've been disobeying him. It's a wrench. I thought it was a key for a second. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, hello. Oh god, if I go down there, I can't go through. Fine. Don't make me choose. There's too many decisions in this game. How? It was all normal, and then it went different, and now everything's different, and I don't know what I did. Was that new content always there, or am I just insane? Like, I swear that it wasn't there before, but maybe it was, and now I'm confused. Is it always going to be there? Is it always there now? Like, did I unlock it from doing something special? I'm so confused. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah, I know. Being
Well, it got me thinking
shot.
about the past. And how much better the stand. So I made something special
Is
and
it
tucked it
lagging
away
more?
here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
It's
Take a
lagging
look.
more than usual. This is a gimmick of the game, I guess? That it's actually, like, deliberate. Wait, fucking Dark Souls? Excuse me? What is happening? What the fuck is...
I call it the memory zone. It's
Oh my
where I've
God,
been
it's
storing
free.
all
I
my
can't.
favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
I wanna.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh my God, what? Memory Street memory. Don't forget the Stanley Parable.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
2013.
October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
The
Back
greatest
then,
wealth is memory.
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wait, what does that say? The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to something The Last of Us in the category of story, and it just has Stanley Parable pasted over the top. Good times, the Stanley Parable, the original remake. What's this? Be My Valentine. What are all of these? Oh, these are images from all of the different, like, endings and stuff. What's in here? A trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. What? Oh my God, a disc for the Stanley Parable. That's so cool. A single $1 bill. What the fuck? Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's the demo. Oh, I remember that. Unachievable. It is impossible to get the... Wait, do we not have that achievement? We don't have that achievement anymore. Oh my God. And go outside. We've now got super. Don't go. Super. Go outside. Work in progress. Beta. Nominee British Academy Award. The Stanley Parable Game Innovation British Games Award. Is that actually a real thing? Did they actually get that? I don't know. Debit game. Story. The video game releasing. New video game releasing today. Business leaders pushing election of council allies 50% off designer hats, but a small creature owns the other half. What? Colleagues show uneven effort to enroll poor. Costs hinder new tack to achieve diversity. Late edition. Today is sunny, hot, humid, high 92. Tonight clear to partly cloudy, warm and humid, low 72. Tomorrow sun and cloudy, hot, humid, high 90. Weather map page A18. All the news that fits to print. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. Was that? There was something hidden. Oh, hey, that's the death ending. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. It doesn't look like there's anything I can read on this one. Oh. In loving memory, Little Stanley. What? My game's lagging. Oh god. Okay. In loving memory of Little Stanley. Is it a hamster? Oh. Oh, that's depressing. Their hamster died. Oh, I can't go and sit on the bench? Okay. Is that a piano?
Je suis dans la mémoire zone, c'est cela
It's lagging again.
et je n'attends
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism,
Don't
10
read
out
E
of 10
86.
from Destructoid. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art,
What?
Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
What?
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all.
Flawless
It isn't even the
victory.
Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of new elevator Oh, hello. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Oh, okay. Fire. Danger. Okay. Person of the year. Is that a blurred out image of Stanley? Oh wow, this is cool. I don't understand this because I don't know programming. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never... For Scott K. Box is blocking that door. Oh, hey, your number is 29. That's from the demo. I think. Was that the demo? I don't remember. There's been so many different iterations of... Oh god, lag. Why does it lag? Why does it lag? Game, come on. Don't crash. I can't tell whether
Here's
this is
another
intentional
moving
or not.
passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else.
I mean,
It
9
didn't
out of 10
need
isn't
new
perfect.
content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of
Source.
time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
God, that's a depressing sentence. How do I... I can't get in there, game. Hello? You opened the wrong door. Hello, boss? Please help. I ran out of jumps. The new content expired. My free pass expired. Help. I can't get back in there.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh, here
But
we go.
I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
the
What's down here?
fuck is this?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Oh, that's
the
a bad-
online
oh my
video
God.
game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Steam.
I can't even imagine what's
I
been
haven't looked at
collecting
these
down
in
here.
years.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
It's Steam, so no. Not recommended, yep. Recommended, it's all
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm
Funny.
not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah, exactly. How would you possibly add more? Oh wait, they did. That's the joke of this. Help. I don't know how to escape. Where am I? Can I get through there? No, there's an invisible wall there. Not recommended, not recommended. Unfunny. Of course. Oh hey, recommended. Not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, that's what happens when you look at Steam reviews. Oh, hey.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was
Where's
a
the
skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
Oh
If
my
I'm
God.
truly too preachy, then then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a
Wait.
moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
How do I get... oh, okay, I can just walk over.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything
just
all at
never
once.
click
So
it? How long
now you
will he
see,
talk?
blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices,
Oh, okay,
or what
it's
have
looping.
you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so
Fine.
forth, until inevitably.
Happy I skipped.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
Well, I would have listened
and
to it, but
lengthy
you started
ruminations on the nature of choice in video game. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise, or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
I mean, yeah, that's
That is
how
to say,
choices
if by
work.
articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every
Isn't
choice to
this-
which you've ever given your great gift of mortal
Okay.
and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choice, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
Yeah,
it
I'd
has
say
a
so.
mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will.
And mystery.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go.
Is that the actual time?
Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise,
it is not the
manifesto,
actual time.
treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
Alright, well,
treatise,
I guess I
manifesto,
see what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah.
treatise. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about
Oh,
this,
that was the
and whether they'll
name of the
edit the
reviewer.
rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
That's a good question.
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
That's
Perhaps
true.
that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Fair enough.
Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Oh my
How
god.
else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in
Didn't
the
you hate
lineage
the
of one of the
Ultra
most
Deluxe? You liked
beloved
the
video
normal.
game properties of all
okay.
time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of
Oh, I guess
all
he's talking
media
about the
ever
skip
made.
button, so that
It is
makes
perhaps
more
true to
sense.
say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience.
They
It
want me
leaves
to abuse
hopeful
this skip
that as a
button, but-
community, as a world, there
This
is
is
time
so
for
funny.
us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
Yeah, that's true.
It's perfect. It's the perfect
I
review.
can't tell
It's the
whether
review
this is
I've
the
always
game bugging
dreamed of
or if it's
receiving.
intentional.
I have to read it again.
Oh, God.
It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes
Okay,
of
just one more
depravity
time. Just one more
rises
time.
the phoenix of quality.
Just one more time.
How else to describe the Stanley
loops
Parable
again, then I'm gonna
Ultra
skip.
Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself
Doing
been
laps, getting
transmuted,
some exercise
offering
in.
a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune,
Is a good
a
game.
privilege, a joy it is to
I was
have
honestly
had
expecting
such
it
an
to start
experience.
looping after
It
that.
leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is
So
time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. I have to read it again. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
The
That
door's
last
missing.
one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself.
Was it
about.
actually
I know,
30,
it's
40
shocking,
minutes?
isn't it?
Could I
But at
actually
any
have
rate,
waited?
I do suggest that we not press the button again.
But now I
think
wanna
the
push
skip
the button
button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah,
Where did the door
the
go?
door's gone.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yep, before I
I don't
skipped
feel
last time.
quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like... Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want
see
is for
any.
us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to...
Trying.
Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me. We need a door.
Yes,
we need
a
door of some kind.
Yes,
I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Is he actually
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back. Stanley!
Yes, I'm here.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
hours.
hours.
What the
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Well, simple, I just
I
don't
can't
push it
control
again.
anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Because you
I've
weren't...
been thinking and
Not
thinking, and
shut
I
up.
don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews
Yeah,
that I
this
couldn't
is-
get out of
this
my
is all
head. I
the
just
reviews'
couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
what happens when you
Why
listen.
was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did
Exactly.
Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really
is all your
matter?
fault,
But
Cookie Nine.
here I
I can't
am.
believe you've done
I'm
this.
fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose
Yes.
benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
Yeah. Too
It's
bad you
all out
can't.
of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be
don't
moved by
start
my
looping.
howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay. Oh, no, I know you too well. You'll be leaving me Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative
Is it lit?
feedback. Why was it so important
It is.
for me to fix the problem?
Sorry, mate, but
Oh,
you started...
Stanley.
Oh,
You're
God.
back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Jesus.
Or 2 weeks.
There's only one light in the room left.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Is it now just silence?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Why didn't you
And
work on
when
a new
that
game in
feeling
that
had
time?
begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid, as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Okay. Well, you have fun with that. Oh, shit. So that thing stopped working. He's not talking. So I guess I'm just gonna skip time again? Because nothing's happening. Ow! The fire alarm's going off because it's out of battery now.
But they didn't understand
What
the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of our... But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor. that it amused them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
Wow, it's like perfectly silent. I just took my headphones off because I heard music. I'm like, wait a minute, is that from the game? No, that's from downstairs. Huh. Well then.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the.
Is it raining? Oh, the pipes have broken and they're leaking. Oh, it's gonna start flooding in here soon, isn't it? And I'm gonna drown or some shit. What? Well, that's not what I was expecting, but okay. Well, the pipes broke. Alright, a couple more skips and we should be out of here. Oh. Oh, plants. Well, I guess the memory place is destroyed now. Oh, it's dead again. Well, so much for that. It's nice and peaceful. What happened? The hell are those noises? How is the skip button? What? Never. What the fuck? I guess I was going to say, how's the skip button intact, but I guess it's not anymore. Whoa. Cool. I get to explore now. What happened here? Goodbye, skip button. I'll always remember you. What the hell? Goodbye, skip button. How far can I... Oh. That's how far I can walk. Okay then. That was actually a really cool ending. I liked that. Back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Still no input. Okay. The new content. Sure, I guess.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Okay, what's happening? exciting to show me. Alright. Nice long loading screen. This is nice and peaceful. Oh. Oh hey, the elevator. Oh wait, this is the end of the new content ride.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and
Okay.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I'd
The
say the
original
opposite.
Stanley Parable was a landmark,
Yeah, this
and
one's
any
good
new
too.
content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it
Oh,
one step
lights are off.
even further. Which is
ultimate
why
deluxe.
I'm very proud to announce for the first
Oh.
time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. The end is never the end again. 427.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An
Right.
entirely new experience, built from the ground
I
up.
can't tell whether
Why
this
there are
is a
so many
joke or not.
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Testing two printers at the same time. Investor Showcase welcome to Stanley Parable 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay. They're back 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Old and busted. New hotness. E. Okay. I'm so confused right now. The plant, the fern! Yes, the fern with 17 leaves. 17? 47? Something. Oh, hello. Two-player, multiplayer Stanley Parable. I'm sorry, yes.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific
Who
or
took the
logical,
red marker?
really.
Me! The end is never the end again. Wait. To the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the... Wait. It's the... Wait. Brain. The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable 2, which is the prequel to the Stanley Yep, okay. 2. Oh, hey, look. I thought that was an actual apple for a second. It's a bird. You know, copyright free. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman and Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return to Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Well, I feel like those last two are a bit not, but I feel like the rest are, yeah, I can agree with that. Also, you didn't put Halo 2 on there. How dare you? Let's wait at the show floor. New features. Oh. Is that a bus? That is just a bus parked here. What? Whoa.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What are the new features? Where are the new merch? Okay. The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. Why is that the first one that calls to me?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair
Where's
in
the
those
bucket?
who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Reassurance Bucket?
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to
Okay.
be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come
Okay.
on, give it a try.
I got a bucket. Okay.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I have a
And in
bucket.
fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Yes, now if only I could put it on my
I
head.
think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I go back to look at the other? Yeah, I can. Let's go, bucket. I got a bucket. Nothing
Does
can
anyone
stop me
give
now.
out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I don't think they
That
do.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Is that actually a thing that they have?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful?
Is that... I can't... It's gonna bug out and say something wrong, isn't it?
Jim.
Yep.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
The fish game. Fishdom.
Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again.
Okay.
And this time, let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Too much Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
No.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
What will I do with my life? Bucket, comfort me. Crippling substance addiction as Jim. What the fuck? Road to the perfect button.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Did it? That's Jim. Wait. Did that have that up there before? You heard Jim in the game. Jim. What is this? Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
That's true.
Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Infinite hole? Settings, world champion, infinite hole, free achievement. Let's go to the free achievement, that sounds nice. Free, new plus easy achievement. Collectibles, oh my god. What is happening? Free achievement, get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps, it just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yep.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
You see,
It's a miracle.
you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Achievement! Piece of shit. It broke. Give. God damn it. Well, so much for that buggy feature.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles. Can you find them all? God, this seems like an actual oh my god, never mind. What the fuck am I in?
Collectibles.
Now. What?
Now it's a real video game.
Okay.
In the Stanley Parable
Okay.
2, you'll run around
There's,
gathering
like, no
up these
ground here.
miniature
This is
Stanley
weird.
figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. Fuck at all the what the hell is this Dark Souls bullshit? Ah! Oh, okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Exit jump circle. Let's go to the jump circle. Hell yeah. I love the jump circle. Infinite hole. The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
What if I didn't spend all my jumps? Could I actually have... That would have been cool. I should... Holy crap. Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
What? Get well someday or happy 12th birthday Stepnies. I like the get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
And he's now paying
Happy
them all
12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
God damn it, game.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Of course it did. The bucket. What's next? We've gone to collectibles. That's new. What is this? New features, new content, new ideas. Please, no screenshots. Red is the new orange. The baby is all grown up. Oh my god! Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. You okay? Okay, that was weird. Is there a way up here to something else? Oh, the infinite hole, I haven't gone to that yet. What's that one over there? Have I been in there? I don't know, I'm lost. Settings world champion. Let's try that. I got immediately distracted from where I was planning on. Okay. Infinite hole it is. Let's go to the infinite hole. The holy moly, how deep can we dig? Concrete contemplations. Okay. Time like infinite, distant future, distant space-time, time deeper, hole like infinity. Falling, what? Opening, rim, depth infinite, surrounding area. Hole entrance, infinity. Infinite hole chart. Educational use only. Fucking what? Question mark, space, depth, hole, more hole, infinity, falling, science, more. It just keeps going. Why does it loop?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay. Oh, fuck it. I guess I'm going in.
You see, Isn't
Oh.
it wonderful?
Oh, okay.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
How far can I fall, though?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back
But what
to
if
the
I want to
top.
reach the bottom?
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum
But
of
what if I want to reach the
things.
bottom? It's the
Okay,
broom
Stanley,
closet, isn't it?
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
Every
falling.
pause button
What
is a
normal
Roman
person
numeral.
actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
What?
Look, things got a little heated there. I think
bunch
we
of
both said
cigarettes.
some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole
Mostly
infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we
Can
can
I
move
stay
on.
here, though?
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Is he not going to say anything else? Well, guess I'm going back to the top.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I'm going in again.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even
Oh, it
shorter to
is.
you this time?
Yeah.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
That's not
Well, I
infinite.
suppose once
God,
again
my
there's
brain.
nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough?
No.
I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that...
It is really
Wow.
short now.
Okay.
I'm filling the
Yeah.
hole.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to
growing
hit the
less
point
infinite.
where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
What if
Well,
I just...
there it is.
Oh my god.
The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Shh, I'm sneaking.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
No.
You
Help.
sure?
Help.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment
Help.
ago. Try it again.
Ah!
Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Oh god.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be
Don't
with
get me out of the hole.
I get to do literally anything else.
No. Wait.
Take care, Stanley.
What?
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest.
No, don't leave. Hello? What? Hello? Oh, wait, come back. It's taking me with it. Please? Somebody? I'm being kidnapped by a hole. I guess we're going down now. Huh. What the fuck is happening? I have to change your perspective? Oh! What? Why? Why is this? I can't get back to the first person. Perception. Change your reality? What the fuck is... Oh. Oh.
You're no longer.
What is happening? Puppies! What? Puppies! Oh, look at them! Oh, they're so cute. Jada, change yourself. What? What? What the hell is happening?
Oh, good, you're awake.
Huh?
It seems you have sort of dozed off there.
Oh, I was
drifting
asleep.
away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
I was
You
enjoying.
don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
How about you just leave?
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley.
But-
I'll be back. Toodle.
No, don't ever come back. That was more fun. Can I go down again? Yes. Go down. Oh. Oh! We're back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What if I get back in the hole? Oh, Caleb's playing Monster Sanctuary. Jump circle, done this. This map. Free achievement, the button that says the name of the player playing the game, except it only says Jim. Merch, settings, world champion, the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, exit. The only thing I haven't done there is collectibles. Collectibles. My brain didn't function there when I said that. What was I trying to say? Office decoration, where's that? 3. There, okay. So straight across to... Where's the infinite hole? What number is that? K. K is there, which is that way. So I need to go through the arch and to the left. Yeah. I'm using an actual map in a video game. This is such a weird situation. Oh, right, that was this, the office decorations. What if I push the other one now?
Come now. You've already made your
What
choice.
if I wanna
It's
change
true that you chose badly, but
Yeah,
we all
well-
have to move on from our mistakes.
What if I want to change? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? Can I do anything with the merch? New content. What if I jump in the infinite hole again? That was fun. I'm gonna go push the gym button. Is the gym button still there? Or no? Is it gone now? Forever? The doors didn't close, so I feel like it might be gone. Do I just have to go to the exit? Is that all I can do now? Oh, I wanted to keep testing things. Where am I going? The the mostly infinite hole. They changed its name. Fine, it ended. If you made an infinite hole in real life, I wonder how many people would jump down it. Just to test if it was infinite. What if I get back in the hole? Oh, they thought about that. They don't want me to. I mean, obviously they thought about that. These developers think about fucking everything. I guess I go to the exit. Where's the exit? What's this? That's the... It just works. I can't believe it's that simple. Except it wasn't. It didn't work. Can I go get it again? Piece of crap. Alright, fuck it. Where's the map? I need to find the exit. Mostly infinite jest. Where was the map? I'm lost. He's making... Okay. Exit E. This way? Oh, that would make sense. This is the only way I haven't gone, so yeah. What the hell is that?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I guess.
Ready to move on now?
Well, considering everything's been locked off or done already, I can't do anything with anything, so... What's in here?
So, Stanley,
Fuck, is this
what
a
do you
battle
think?
pit?
Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yes,
good.
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Dear God. What's happening down in the hole?
Are you ready?
I guess.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley
what's it gonna be?
Parable 2.
The fuck?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Why is the hole
Who am I
inside the jump
kidding,
zone?
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating
bucket
gags,
is up
but
on
they
a
don't
pillar.
add
We
up
can't
to
get the
anything.
bucket, 'cause
I wanted
we
more
can't
than
jump.
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Okay.
Would it possibly work?
I don't know.
I suppose it could.
It's working
But it
so
would
far.
need a really, really tremendous title screen.
You mean
a
like
title
an
screen that says with
ultra version?
bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. What's happening now? Oh! Holy crap. This is cool. Oh my god, it's winding. That is awesome. I mean, normally in a normal game, if this was just how it started when I booted up, I'd go, oh, that's a cool thing, and then immediately go into settings, mess around, and then go begin game. But because this is Stanley Parable, I know there's some shit going on here. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna turn? Or is that door gonna open and it's gonna loop around? I have the feeling that door... yeah, that door's gonna open and then we're gonna loop back to the start. Yep. Playing Stanley Parable 2. Alright, so welcome. This is my playthrough of Stanley Parable 2. What the fuck is happening? Click to skip.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked
Oh,
for a
hey, look,
company
it's
in a
the
big
balloons.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the
I wonder if
longest
they actually
time.
did render both.
But as he came to his
versions.
wits and regained
the
his
balloons.
senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stepneys.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. What the hell? That's not supposed to be there. The bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got the bucket. They gave me the bucket. I have the bucket. The bucket is mine. Come on, bucket. We're going on an adventure.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
What?
You can feel that, can't you?
No.
The aura of jealousy.
No, I don't want it.
It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders
I don't
right
think
now,
I
but
can.
you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Yeah.
You can't hand it over.
Yeah, no.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
How dare
That
you.
your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
dare you.
That your
This bucket
life
is
is
my
so
best friend.
banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
How dare
Really
you.
tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Bucket. My bucket. Goodbye.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Stanley and the bucket.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, input. Yeah. One more to go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
The bucket.
Was the
The
bucket
bucket of knowledge.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, it's the bucket of knowledge. Ooh, a collectible, hell yeah.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I love that they actually inputted these things into the game. This is amazing. My bucket and I, we shall go into the depths together. Do I
The
actually
elevator
have like
raced
all these
downward,
things now forever?
plummeting towards
Just-
an unknown fate. It would
Please
be
tell me
all
this is a
Stanley
thing.
could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Yes, bucket, you shall protect me.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
I trust you,
The
bucket.
bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I trust you, bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh,
Stanley and the bucket both
I
wondered to
can
themselves.
jump into the... I can get up on this. Parkour. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently,
We were
reassuring it that
fired.
everything would be fine.
Fired.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Couldn't possibly
Had
be.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No,
What kinds
the
of
bucket.
things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
We shall keep
These
you safe,
questions
bucket.
raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
We shall go, bucket.
No!
We shall stop
He
this.
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept
He
it.
screamed
His
into the
own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
Yes.
His one friend in the entire world.
Come on, bucket.
At this
we
point,
can do this.
he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Let's go, bucket. We shall put an end to this madness.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls
Yes.
for good.
Let's
Two
go, bucket.
best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let's go, bucket.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
What a
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What a weird.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to
Come
lean
on,
on,
Bucket.
to trust, to support, and...
Uh-oh.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be free?
You cannot
An
take the bucket
unbearable
away from me.
silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
How dare
Even
you?
the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket,
No.
go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No.
No, this is the bucket.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the
At least I
bucket.
have the bucket.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley
Where's the
gulped.
bucket?
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
They've taken my bucket away, haven't they? No! Not the bucket! Where's my bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I don't care,
What
I
could it
just want my
mean?
bucket.
Stanley
Bucket!
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley
Need
lifted the
buckets.
bucket into his arms,
Shh,
and a wave
everything will
of
be
comfort
okay, Bucket.
rushed over him.
Found you again. Everything will be okay now.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
The magic of the bucket.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein,
Okay.
of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay,
What?
if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed,
Okay.
and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramification. No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Oh, okay.
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the buck. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages
What?
and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
What?
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come,
My poor
let's
bucket.
restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket,
My
nor
poor
the dark
bucket.
magic cast away
No.
inside of it.
No, not the bucket! Oh, well, I guess I'm doing this now. Oh. Welcome to Stanley Heaven. Oh, they relied. Buttons. Buttons. I didn't stay pushed for very long. Do I have to restart now? I think I do. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket. You'll protect me, won't you?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Buckets.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Wait, what?
I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see,
The line!
my friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Button, the
It's
baby, and
this
the mannequin.
bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The
No,
bucket isn't
no.
even from the original Stanley Parable.
Shush.
It's just sequel content.
Broom
We're the
closet.
ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line
Yeah.
and the Broom Closet. Because
True.
that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too
Fair.
much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Let's go.
that's what the fans want. Let's do
What's
it.
in the broom closet?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
There it is.
Now this is what the Stanley
Oh, okay,
Parable
the
is
music
all
just
about.
cut.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was
What?
back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content
Oh, yeah, that's from
exactly
the
like this.
broom
But
closet.
if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
But
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Jesus.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
But the bucket. Okay.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to
What
the
if I
bucket,
don't want to?
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
But it's my bucket. We have so many more adventures to go on. It's,
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
How is that a
is
well-fleshed
its
out character?
singular personality trait.
But
Sure,
how-
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one
Yeah.
personality trait deserve to join the pantheon
Exactly.
of beloved Stanley Parable
exactly.
characters?
That's
Well,
not
you see,
fair.
if you were to
destroy
really
them.
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The
broom
bucket!
closet, certainly. I
The
wonder what sort
bucket!
of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry.
Did it just explode? What? The bucket.
Bucket Destroyer
my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Jesus. Alright then. He gave a fucking eulogy for the bucket destroyer. I was expecting to get chastised for not doing it.
How long was I sitting there?
What?
Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Figurine Finders Committee. Meeting today in the meeting room. Come on, Bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation in this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. Agenda. How can we tell that you've spotted one? What? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room. Figlies are hard to find. 416. Okay. Thank you. Good luck. Maybe we are the collectibles. Source of levitation? What the fuck is that picture of them? Shut the frick up. To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardiloid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allow me to triangulate the source of the strange noises. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be a reverberance off a porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads to this? Wouldn't you like to know? Okay? Findings difficult. Ideas. Why floating? Magic? Our quarterly success? Dreams? Magnets. Training exercise by a management. Artists rendering. Employee 003. Weird spinning figurines. What do they do? Our data, stock options, money? Should we make them employees, interns? Yes, maybe. What is that? How many are there? 5, 15, 6. More money can we sell them? Obviously, more money if we sell them together. Do need contracts for them? NDA? Potency. What the fuck is happening? There will be a reward for finding them all. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. What the fuck?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Exactly.
He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
What?
And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
They
Someone else's
stole my
bucket, perhaps.
bucket!
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no
What?
good would
It's
come
gone.
from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding
Escape.
presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off
Bucket.
in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket!
Stanley! Stanley!
Bucket!
It's me, the bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were
These
his.
are my buckets.
None of them were
No.
his special bucket.
Where's the real bucket?
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
Bucket!
He had to find the bucket.
Coming.
He had to
Bucket.
return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity.
Hold the bucket.
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
We're doing this plot line, okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
This is why you always need to keep
Perhaps
your
he
bucket
didn't
with you.
even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. What? Jesus Christ. Alright, I think I'm done. Yeah, I've been going for 3 hours. Oh, okay, that's still there. Alright. Quit to the main menu. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's actually got the Stanley Parable 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, come here. Damn it. I was wondering if it would have changed this, but obviously I probably can't do that or whatever. Anyway, yep, that was weird.